Hey everyone, it's your girl Rihanna back with another video. It feels so weird to say that. It has been 6 months since the last time you guys have seen me on here. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm talking so awkwardly. I haven't done this in so long, so I'm really sorry. I'm already an awkward person in real life, so like this is just bad. It's crazy for me to sit in front of this camera because I really thought I wasn't gonna do this again. I was just so swamped with the dance and just things going on in my life. At that point, audition season had started. I was traveling to a lot of places. And as you guys can see, I am in a different apartment and I am no longer with BalletMet. I am now at Grand Rapids Ballet as a trainee, which is so exciting to say. I remember coming here in January and I knew this was the place that I wanted to go. It's just crazy to me that this is where I ended up. I had been thinking about coming back for a while and I thought if I were to come back, my first video would be probably a Q&A just so I could catch up with all of you guys. So I asked you guys for questions on my Instagram story and some of you lovely people left some questions for me, so I'm here to answer them and update you guys on everything that's going on in my life right now. So yes, let's get into this Q&A. So the number one question a lot of you guys were asking me was, how is Grand Rapids and how is your move to Grand Rapids? So I moved to Grand Rapids 2 weeks before the season started because they were providing maintenance classes just so we could get back into shape before the season started, which I really appreciated. I moved here in July and so far I have been loving Michigan. My boyfriend's family is actually from Michigan, so I actually got to go on vacation with them before I moved here and I just got to experience this beautiful state. Michigan is truly a hidden gem. I just love the weather here. It is so different from the hot, humid Virginia summers. It's still a little humid here in Grand Rapids since I'm in southern Michigan, but yes, it is definitely so much more bearable and it is just lovely living here in Michigan. Everyone here at Grand Rapids Ballet has been nothing but welcoming and just so kind to me. The environment here is really supportive and they made me feel comfortable right away. And I feel like I can grow a lot here this year. This leads into my next question, which is how is Grand Rapids different from BalletMet? So if you guys are new here, I was a trainee with BalletMet for the past 2 years. I do still have the title of trainee here, but it is very different at Grand Rapids. I also just want to say I mean no ill will to BalletMet. I am so incredibly grateful for my experience and for the training that I received at BalletMet because it got me here. So at BalletMet, you are the highest level of the academy. You're definitely treated like you are a professional, but you are also still a student at the same time. At BalletMet, the trainee program was separate from the company. As a trainee, you took a ballet class every morning and then point and variations, and then you would have a lunch break, and then after lunch you would have trainee rehearsals, and if you were chosen for company roles, then you would go to those company rehearsals and work with the company. I was very grateful to be one of those chosen to work with the company. I got to do Snow and Flowers and I also got to do the Willies and Giselle. I was very, very grateful to have those things on my resume. However, here at Grand Rapids Ballet, 2 to 3 times a week we will have our own trainee class, but on the other days of the week we actually take company class with the company members. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty scary the first couple times. The company members are such lovely, kind people, but they are also amazing, so it's just very intimidating to be in those company classes. And then after those company classes, you go straight into rehearsal. You truly do live the life of a company member here at Grand Rapids as a trainee. We rehearse and perform with the company, and I have been getting a lot of performance experience. It's only 3.5 weeks in, and I've already had 2 performances, and we have more on the way for our summer series. That was exactly what I was looking for when I was auditioning this past audition season. Hey guys, I wanted to pop in here and clarify a few things. Basically, as a trainee with BalletMet, you are still taking like training classes. So like it would be point, variations, and then we would have our own trainee rep. So then if you were chosen for company roles, you would have to go through your whole schedule doing all those training classes with trainee rep rehearsals, and then you would go to company rehearsals. But here as a trainee at Grand Rapids, you don't have any training classes. We just take the 1.5-hour technique class either with the company or just a trainee class, and then we go into a full day of rehearsal. And also another thing I wanted to add is the size of the programs are very different. BalletMet, we had about 60 trainees, and here at Grand Rapids we have 7 trainees. How did you get into BalletMet's trainee program from a non-professional dance school? Advice on getting hired / getting trainee positions. Honestly, I don't know how I got it. My BALLET audition was just an absolute mess. It was probably the worst audition I've ever done. So I found out about the audition from an office worker who worked at my home studio. She saw the flyer for BALLET's audition season and she knew that I was graduating and I was looking for places to dance at for the following year. So she sent it over to me and I thought it was an amazing opportunity. I auditioned at their New York location and it was my first company audition. I was wearing a black leotard and pink tights and I didn't know that for a company audition you can wear whatever you want. But yes, I was shaking. It was like one of the worst classes I've ever had, and yet I still got in. Even though I went to a small studio, I did receive really good training. So I just worked really hard in my classes. I would do cross training outside of ballet. I was looking into getting privates, but they were just a little pricey. As for auditioning for trainee positions, I would say just to develop really strong technique. But as for like second company and company positions, I would say develop artistry. As a trainee, they don't really expect you to have developed that artistry yet, but if you have that basis for technique, then the artistry can come with it. But it's not a bad thing at all if you've already started developing artistry. It's definitely a good thing to have. As for more professional and paid positions, they are definitely looking for artists and not just dancers. Nowadays, I would say companies are looking for people with artistry and not just people who can do like 11 pirouettes. They want someone who's able to tell a story with their body while also having strong technique, being able to pick up choreography fast, and being a good employee and being easy to work with. Definitely my number one advice for getting hired for those professional positions is to show that you are an artist. Here's a fun one. What is your favorite leotard / dancewear brand? I have more leotards than I do clothes, so it's very hard for me to pick like my one favorite leotard, but I would say my number wear dancewear brand right now is Chameleon Activewear. I like wearing all different types of colors. I don't really have a preference for what color I like to wear. I do love wearing really bright colors and like crazy patterns. So yes, that is my favorite dancewear brand right now. What are some of your dream roles / goal ballets? So I'm actually working on one of my dream ballets right now. We are working on Serenade. We're performing it at the Meyer Gardens on August 30th and I'm really excited about that. I've just been wanting to do more Balanchine ballets, so adding Serenade to my list is just amazing. And I got to do Western Symphony with BalletMet last year, so 2 Balanchine ballets down. We are also doing Balanchine's Who Cares at the very end of the season, so I hope I get picked to do that because that's another one on my list. My number one dream role is definitely Keytree from Don Q. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I am just naturally a sassy, fiery dancer, and that is exactly what Keytree is, so I just love to do that role. And this past year we did Giselle with BalletMet, and my new dream role is actually Mirta. I just love how fierce she is, and she has a lot of jumps, which is my favorite thing to do. So I would love to do that someday. A lot of people were asking me about what is my favorite cross training, how do you find motivation to work out, and do you have any workout ideas? So you guys probably know that my favorite type of cross training is weightlifting at the gym. I've been doing it for a while now, since my freshman year of high school. I would say up until last year, my cross training was all about making myself better for ballet, making myself stronger as a dancer. But nowadays, it's truly about doing it for myself and not really for my dancing. It's more about doing it to make myself feel good rather than look good now. At this point in my life now, the aesthetics are just an added bonus. I just love doing it because I love feeling strong, and I love that I can do something active without doing something that's ballet. Right now I work out around 3 to 4 times a week. I used to be crazy and I would work out 6 days a week, but like that is just not sustainable for me. So the 4 days that I do are an upper body push day, an upper body pull day, a leg day, and an ab day now. Literally all of my workouts come from Whitney Simmons. I would give you guys workout ideas, but they are not my workouts. So definitely go check out her channel for workout ideas. Have you ever considered quitting ballet? Yep. Especially during audition season, I was really questioning on whether I wanted to continue doing this, whether I wanted to go through the trouble of moving again and starting a whole new life again, basically in a different city. I'm not gonna lie, it is a question that pops up in my head pretty frequently. At this point in my life, I seriously cannot see myself doing anything else. I can't see myself not dancing. I just love this art form a lot and I can't see my life without it, so that's why I haven't quit. How many and what ballet companies did you audition for? Oh boy. It would be too long of a video to list all of the companies I have auditioned for, but I can list what companies I auditioned for this past audition season. So I auditioned for Grand Rapids Ballet, obviously, Nashville Ballet, Ballet Des Moines, Milwaukee Ballet, Cincinnati Ballet, and Kansas City Ballet. So those are all of the in-person auditions that I went to, but I did film an audition video and I sent that out to a lot of companies, like I want to say 50 plus. What inspired you to become a dancer? My mom put me in ballet because I would watch Angelina Ballerina at home and I would be dancing around, but little did she know that it would turn into a whole career like this. I want to say 14 to 15 years old was when I really got serious about wanting to become a professional. Kind of goes back to what I said earlier, that I just love this art form so much that I can't imagine not dancing, even though the life of a dancer is so hard. It's so hard and it's a pain in the ass. It's all worth it to me. At the end of the day, I still love it with all my heart. Right now, I'm not even getting paid to dance, and yet I still enjoy myself in class, and I find myself smiling under my mask, which pretty much proves to me that I truly do love this art form. What is one thing you've learned to love about yourself through your career? What I really appreciate about myself is my work ethic. I am a very driven person, and if I have a goal in my mind, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get to that goal. Even though I do get frustrated a lot in class, I do work on myself and I work really hard on my technique and improving myself, not only as a dancer but as an artist. It is very hard for me to say things that I love about myself because I am still learning how to love myself. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between being confident and being cocky. But yes, that is one thing I would say that I appreciate about myself. Those are all of the questions that I'm going to be answering today. I am so sorry if I didn't get to your question. I just wanted to mostly answer questions that pertain to like moving to Grand Rapids and starting with a new company. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope that I can film more for you guys in the future. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Hit the like button if you want to support me. Leave a comment down below because I love talking to you guys, and I will see you all later. Bye.
So don't test me. I don't want this to get messy. Yeah, drop down and leave your ass empty. Yeah, like I just wanna hit delete. Come and test me. Hit you with that smite.